Bay.
It's long.
Never, never down no more. They just slow mo. 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 They just slow mo.
See, I be coming at these Moors, and it's very simple. Why I be coming at these Moors? Because I don't consider these functional Moorish American Muslims, and it relates to the teachings of the Holy Prophet the founder of the Moorish Nationals.
Got some ladies from across the border, you and your daughters. I mean your little followers, you all out of order. I ain't taking nada, nothing from you crooks. Cujo, Taj, Severe, I got them all shook. I wish Cujo would step up to get his rep up and get hit up from the neck up. You gon' respect us. Elders once told me meet the people where they at, and you lower than the worm, so you know you meet the tech. Let's keep it simple, more. I'm a temple more. Either you wanna talk knowledge or you wanna go to war. Cujo, I will drag you by your dreads till you beg. Detach your arm, leg, arm, head. Boy, you don't want these problems. I know the law well. The policy enforcers be the same ones you go tell. Until come call them little lanes. Get on YouTube and say them little games talk tough like you about that. And I'm gonna forget how far I came. I never forgot my aim. I never forgot my ammo. I prayed to Allah, but I still tie my camel. Let's talk about this knowledge that you think you have. Matter of fact, forget it, boy. Don't make me laugh. Ah. Down no more. They just slow mo. Down no more. They just slow mo. But they gon' learn today. But they gon' learn today. But they gon' learn today. So now what you gotta say, huh? I broke the rules cause I'm a sheik and a Muslim and I'm talking about tools. Boy, you know the lessons. The tools are to refine and mine are inclined to workshop on your mind. Let's talk about the hammer, make it a part of every part. And I wanna meet a law, so I'm aiming at your heart. You're on a 720, I'm on a 12 step, I'm at the pinnacle of wisdom. So mess me with the threat, mean mugging and cussing, boy, it don't mean nothing. Not going out like Malcolm, I'm going out busting. But I prefer discussion, authentic Moor science. Taj Tariq, baby, you know we straight lying. Associating scams with the holy divine. But the loss is mine, but I'm just as ain't blind. And it's about to catch you at any given moment. You looking at the throne, boy, can't you see I'm on it, huh? Can't you see I'm on it? You looking at the throne, boy, can't you see I'm on it, huh? Can't you see I'm on it? You looking at the throne, boy, can't you see I'm on it, huh? You looking at the throne, thumbs up and share link, right? Let's get into this. Let's get into it. You looking man, at the throne, boy, can't you see I'm on it? Y'all think I'm just doing this, man? Can't you see I'm on it? You looking at the throne, boy. Let's get into it, on it. Huh? Can't you see I'm on it? You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? Taj Tariq got y'all thinking that he great, he teach law and civics. But never be the case, I never seen him in court. Approaching the bench, but people who follow him, they do this nonsense, they teach a right to travel. I never seen him whipping, he pointing the way and doing something different. And y'all been hustled. It's hard to admit it, I'll be dedicated fiat and call it fictitious. Y'all ridiculous, falling for the pseudo. The right to travel ain't even worth for Cujo. All up in Canada, let's go. U.S. law. Let's go. I got my brother Ishmael Fan who built this law. We running a little bit behind, but we about to get it in. Cause that's what the people want. Slow mo. Let's go. Down no more. Let's open up the show. Y'all ready? They just slow mo. See, I be coming at these Moors, and it's very simple. That's the heart of faith, friends. Come on, man. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Huh? Huh? That's the heart of faith, man. Let's go. Y'all ain't ready. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, brother, I got you, brother. I'm giving everybody. I'm gonna give everybody a free copy one day soon. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. I'll be that one you gon' remember. I'ma be that one you gon' remember. That's right. I be that boy you gon' remember. Talk a fake front line till the law call my number. I be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember. That's right. I be that boy you gon' remember. Talk a fake front line till the law call my number. Then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies and hold my line. Those who speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Deuteronomy. Who was the first to remind you and bind you back? To a rock on the mountain, Mississippi, and get back. Told you was a star. Moving straight back. Tripping up that. You need to be tripping up that. But here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talking European how to pay. And looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, but they got a love for Europe. Whole generation just a little weed and syrup. Yeah, now no yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigo, Ross, Boosie. No other love for the woman look like the rough. I guess you say it's all black. Hey, now cypher. I be that one you gon' remember. Hey, that's right. Y'all ready? You gon' remember. Talk a main front line till the law call my number. I be that one you gon' remember. Hey, I'ma be that one you got ready. That's right. I'm going all in. You gon' remember. Talk a main front line till the law call my number. Super scholars holler. This ever for the workers. You ain't building on the ground when you working in the smoke. You know it sound good, but it's only on the surface. Johnny working for the people that tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every low that rock a fast. He ain't my bro, yeah, you know I ain't slow. I see it all before. How they try to kill a prophet, it was all for show. And somebody right now, don't say that I'm not down. I'm pulling for my back and face. I want my town, my shirt, my sword, my school, my nation, sit the town. Blast the nation. Yo, you ain't welcome here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. 704 Joe. Hey. If you wait for Moorish world, hey. Just body love China. Italian love Italy. If you used to love the Moors, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that one you gon' remember. What? I'ma be that one you gon' remember. That's right. I be that one you gon' remember. So I can make front line till the law call my number. I be that one you gon' remember. What's up, Joe? Okay, Joe. Read the line, Joe. I be that one you gon' remember. So I can make front till the law call my number. I be that one you gon' remember. Man, take us out, man. I be that one you gon' remember. That time. I be that one you gon' remember. So I can make front line till the law call my number. I be that one you gon' remember. Man, let's shut it down. It's time to shut it down. Greetings, people. I just got that from Love Nelson. She says greeting-ish. Shout out to Love Star Nelson. Shout out to Sadiq El Hot. Shout out to 704 Joe. 704 Joe, I thought you was coming at my head. You know, let me calm down. Let me calm down. Quincy Robinson L, peace and love, family. Look, I thought 704 Joe was coming at my throat, right? I'm like, no, he's like the WTH. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Anyway, family, I'm back. I'm back for another edition of Moorish World TV. Family, let me tell you something. What had happened was I'm minding my own business. First and foremost, let me rise and give praise to the great God of the universal law. I give a praise to the great God of the universal law for the simple things. Allowing these eyes to look into there to speak to you. And I give praise to Allah for allowing your eyes or your ears to look in and to hear me. Just the simple things that we take for granted. This is the universal creator Allah. I praise Allah because, just because. You know, this is the life source. We in the Moor Science Temple of America, we call this life source of Allah. You may call this life source something else, but it's the same thing. It's the causeless cause and the rootless root from which all things have grown. It's the same thing. As long as you're not attributing the life source to a human being, it's the same thing. It's the same. Secret. It's the same thing. But we refer to that life source, the source of all life, as Allah. I give honor to his noble, illustrious Prophet Noble Ali, who had the ability to tap into that part of him that had been destined for him through the ages, that part of him that brings him to us in the form of a prophet and an angel. See, we got the choice to choose. He chose to tap into. He knew it was there. He chose to tap into. And if we choose to tap into, we can do the exact same thing. I give honor to the prophet Noble Dryly for making that choice, because without him, we wouldn't even have the paradigms that we see today. So I give honor to the prophet Noble Dryly. But what had happened was this, family. I'm sitting back minding my business. And for real, I really want to leave this back and forth with these Taj Tariq-ites. They don't want no trouble. They really don't. I mean, when you go to their little shows, you'll begin to see they're just talking heads. They're not even bringing no more information because they already know I'm going to challenge it with the prophet's information. So now they just talking, calling people dirty Moors, calling people names, calling people this, that, never. You know what I mean? So the point of the matter is they're not really giving any information that is relevant to the liberation of our people. At least at one time, I would say, you know, they said this, and this ain't what the prophet teach, and I'll be able to show something in contrast. But at this point, they're not even talking about nothing. They're not even giving no information. They're just calling dirty Moors, and I mean, it's just ridiculous. And so I really want to put this behind and keep it moving. But something came up. I'm just chilling. Somebody sends me a link. And the link is this one right here. See, the brother, I just looked in there, and the brother Goldie Bay said Tahaka Bigsby back at it. But on the for real gold though, let me show you something, brother. I was minding my business, and here we go. These brothers begin to make videos. But now I don't even mind if they make videos with my name in it. Just keep it right. I'm good with that. You know what I mean? But when they put my name in it, you see they get 1,000 views, and that's fine. I don't got no problem with that. But the point of the matter is, he said it was a message to Tahaka Bay. It was a message to Tahaka Bay. So now, when you say Tahaka Bay at it again, come on, man. Remember, I am the responder. I am responding. Now, I think the title was bigger than that. He said Tahaka Bay, Moorish World TV, and Ali's Men, if I'm not mistaken. But in this message to your brother Tahaka Bay, he goes on to try to defend his position with Korryn Gains. Now, anybody that's familiar with the sister Korryn Gains, anybody that's familiar with that, she was the sister who got gunned down by the police. I will attempt to try to give you. Let me see if I can give you a snapshot. Korryn Gains. Let me see if I can give you a snapshot of what happened. I had the video out on my let me go to my page real quick. I had the video out talking about a right to travel and how Korryn Gains, she repeat. This is what it started it all. So let me go to my videos real quick, brother Ish. Hold with me, Ish. I want to show the people what we're actually talking about. I want to set it up and let people see exactly what we're talking about. So Bay, I'm typing in now. Korryn Gains. I just want to get the people on point to what I'm talking about, due to the simple fact that that many people might I don't know, many people might miss something. But what had happened was Taj Tariq demonstrate this measure, and this measure that he demonstrates called a right to travel. And because of this right to travel demonstration, if you will, in the video, when Korryn Gains get pulled over, she is repeating verbatim what Taj teaches. So I in turn say, hold up, man, this ain't cool. This sister is repeating exactly the instructions of Taj Tariq. And I'm saying, man, this is not cool, you know? So after the sister, unfortunately, untimely death, if you will, none of these brothers step up to the plate. None of these brothers offer any type of, I don't know, they just don't offer any type of anything as it relates to bringing clarification, and in reality, they actually pull away from it. They actually wanted nothing to do with it, and I will actually show you that in a minute. But before we do that, I'm going to look for this. Before we do that, let me bring my brother Ishmael Bey on. Are you there, Ish?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Brother, I'm doing well. I'm going to try to find this video. Brother, don't nobody really know who you are, so I would appreciate it if you would introduce yourself to the Moorish World TV audience. I call you the Rock Kimala of the conscious community because you're smooth and you don't get upset. So that's my position. That's my position. Yeah. But man, they might don't know who you are. Who are you? Where you coming from, brother? Let's get busy.
I want to thank you for opening up and giving us an opportunity on Moorish World TV, Brother Taharka. I'm Brother Ishmael Bey. I'm a Moorish American, and I'm the co-founder of Amir Squad. I'm also the founder of Amir Squad African Moorish Scholarship. What we do is we deal with a lot of aspects of Moorish history. Actually, we deal with all aspects of Moorish history, but specifically Moorish history dealing with the African paradigm as well as indigenous rights of Moors, and just a scholarship and pushing the culture forward. We aspects of it, and we invite you to come and join us. We have a Facebook page, Forum Amir Squad African Moorish Scholarship, and just to share, build, and to grow as Moors here in America. I think is very, very important. But Taharka Bey is my brother. I definitely have a love and affinity for the Moors out here that are out here doing the work and that are being responsible with the information as it goes out to the mass population. Right now we're in an information age. So a lot of the information that we give out to the people has to be put out there responsibly. Because if we don't put responsible information out there, we can end up causing a lot more problems. So that's really what we try to combat. We try to make sure that the information that we put out, that is fact checked, that is something that the people can grow from, and that it's not going to bring harm to them as an individual or to their families, as well as to the broader group of Moors, making the job harder. We have a mission by Prophet Noble Drew Ali to stand upon the truth in the best of manners and to make sure that we're doing it responsibly. So in keeping with that code and that mantra, then what we're trying to do is make sure that through forums like Moorish TV and to the brothers and sisters that are out there doing the work, they're able to get the information on platforms that will help them grow. So that's really what we're trying to focus on, Brother Taharka. I want to thank you again for opening up the opportunity. And I want to thank your listening audience for taking time out of their busy schedule just to build with us so that we can all grow. Thank you, brother.
All right, peace and love. So listen, I want y'all to keep the cussing out of the chat. So I'm gonna answer a question. A brother said, "Did you blame Taj for her death?" Brother, what I said was she repeated the instructions of Taj. You can call it what you want. She repeated the instructions of Taj. I did a video. It's on my channel. As a matter of fact, I will put it in matter of fact, let's do it like this. If let me tell you something. If you have a son and I tell your son when the police run up on you, you tell the police F you and go to walk away and they kill your son. You answer the question. Now, I'm not accusing Taj of anything. I'm just laying the facts out what they is. You know what I mean? I'm just laying out the facts to what they is. Now, you can call it and you can remix it all you want. But I'm just calling a spade a spade. You might want to call a spade a club. I'm calling a spade a spade. That's all I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. So anyway, I'm going to, in 1 second, I'm going to share this with you real quick. Right there. Let's stop for a second. Let's stop for a second. First of all, what I'm about to share with you is what the sister demonstrated. Okay? Here it is. Now, I didn't make this up.
I would like to see a picture of you and also
These are Taj Tariq instructions.
Check this out. I ain't gonna take the brother cussing.
You have yet to identify yourself. Okay, can I see some ID?
What kind of ID would you like?
I would like to see a picture of you and also a delegation of. Sure. And
Matter of fact, let me do it on this one.
That means that she's a Moor because she said that? Brother.
that is what authorizes.
This is where the sister is asking.
Somebody lost their fucking life.
That's cool, Joe. But I'm ready to show you why cool Joe going to deny it.
Sir, you have yet to identify yourself. Okay, can I see some ID?
What kind of ID would you like?
I would like to see a picture of you and also a delegation of. Sure. And a delegation of authority order. That is what authorizes you to be a. Okay, now that's not a delegation of authority order.
This is my police ID. This is my Baltimore County.
I understand that.
Do you have a driver's license or not?
Sir.
So, but I stopped it right there. So this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's up to y'all to accept it. It's up to y'all to accept it. Those are Taj Tariq instructions. Those are Taj Tariq instructions. You can't get away from that.
Cussing like that, because Moors don't cuss like that, so he got to get
You know
on
what I
the
mean?
phone with that.
That's just what it
The
is.
lady lost her life.
Hold on one second.
Initially pulled over with a right to travel. You know what I'm saying?
Let me stop this for a second. So the point that I'm making is those are Taj Tariq instructions, family. I didn't make this up. I didn't make this up. You said more than she repeated the instructions of him. She repeats Taj Tariq instruction. You ask them for a delegation of authority. So we're going to leave it right there. We're going to leave it right there. I'm going to go ahead and put this guy out because he ain't bringing no information saying I'm an agent. How am I an agent? Huh? You know, you better watch them agents telling you to ask for a delegation of authority and losing your life and ain't coming to your defense. That's when you better find out who the agent is. The agent is the one that set you up and don't come to your defense. That's the agent. You know what I'm saying? That's the agent you need to worry about. You ain't got to worry about Tahaka Bay. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go ahead and get you up out of here just because you ain't making sense. Peace and love. Let me get you up out of here. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother Ish, because I'm about to show something.
It's really the old shell game of even making that even a talking point in the first place. For the simple fact that,
brother Ish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I see the direction that you're going with it, so I'm just gonna let you kind of rock out with it because I see that it's a straw man argument of what's even being set up on that. So we can elaborate on that.
So first of all, family, and I'm going to show you proof. I'm going to show you proof. First of all, that show that I just did, that show that I just showed actually was a show that was a representation that she mirrors the teachings of R.V. Bay publications by her words. It's not saying that she's a part of any group because they're not an organized group. You see? So her words is right on the pages of R.V. Bay. Right on the pages. She inflames these police, if you call it, or policy enforcers, as they want to call them. She inflames them, and then they come and shoot her as well as her child by using this sovereign citizen, which the European and the European Jew call it ideal, Moorish sovereignty ideal. Well, I don't get into the vernacular. Oh, that's an oxymoron and all that. I'm not tripping off that. We know what they mean by that. They mean that you're a hostile individual, that you want to challenge every bit of government, and that you don't have nothing to stand on because every time you stand on, you end up either in jail, hid, busted, or in a cemetery. And that's just what it is. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but that's just what it is. Just right, meanwhile, I bet she never even heard of the prophet. You know what I mean? So if Todd says one thing and somebody repeat it, and ultimately days later they get a shoot
They got a target on their back. This is the purpose of these shows. So Moors can know that this is not Moorish science as taught by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But now, that's water under the bridge. Now, the family go to court. The family go for court. You feel me? The family go to court and win the case. The family go to court to win the case. Now, mind you, what I'm trying to tell you is this. These Moorish nationals, in particular, Cujo, use that. Use that. I got you, Jabril. Use that to say they got to win. How foul is that? That family didn't sue on any premise of what they teach over there at RB Bay Publications and Productions. They people did not sue on any premise that you hear come out Taj mouth. Them people, Korryn Gains family did not sue on any particular ideal that is espoused by Taj or anybody else. And these people are going to try to run and wave the flag, break the ribbon on the back of somebody losing their life when initially they denied her. When initially they denied her. When I pulled this up with Cujo calling in on my show, he denied that she even was a Moor. How can she be a Moor? How can you put her with us? I'm going to play the video right now. And now he's going to make a show and try to claim that's a win? Man, how low down is that? How low down is that? You're going to, man, listen to this, family. Listen to this, family. And I'm telling you, all you people who think that you Moorish nationals, man, watch the flip-flop. These people can't be for you. Flip and flop like that and got the nerve to say Tahaka Bay agent. Listen to this. First of all, let me share this with you. This is what they do a show about. And I'm not going to speak on too much, but this is what they do a show about. First of all, he was awarded most of the money. Y'all might can't hear it.
No, but Korryn wanted you to go with him. What you say now?
No, I was just standing there, and then I wanted him on my phone because he trying to make it.
That's her son. And these crazy guys is going to try to take a win.
So we sneak in the bathroom, and then I'm inside. So my mother said back off, and then she didn't say back up. So the police said he is back up, and then they started shooting. And I went in the couch, and then the police just took me with her, and she died.
Now, how sad is that?
So they shot my sister.
Yes.
And they shot you too.
Yes.
This is
because they saw me run, and then they hurt my arm.
So they shot you on purpose.
Yes.
This is why they were found liable. Stop it for a second. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous that we got brothers that will try to claim some sort of sovereignty and some sort of standing on law. The reason why is because of what the little child said. Take it away, Brother Sharif.
I know you hate it, brother Ishmael, but I feel you. And what it is there's no shame, obviously, for somebody to even go that route. When you look at, what the jury had awarded to the family, as you accurately pointed out, close to, $37 million, $32 million of the settlement went to the son, Cody. 32 out of the 37 million went to the child. The mother's estate, she got 300,000. The son got 32 million. It had nothing to do with delegation of authority. It had nothing to do with the stuff that they're sitting there trying to crow about a win. It's just no shame, man. You know, Korryn's mother got 307,000 and the father 307,000 respectively, you know, and the Gaines estate another 300,000, but it was the son. And here they are trying to take credit on the death of a sister. And my deepest condolences goes out to the Gaines family upon that loss. We've been consistent on trying to make sure we're responsible on putting out that information. I also want to send condolences to the Baltimore community. The Baltimore community lost a jewel and a queen and a sister. And for somebody to disrespect the Baltimore community by doing something like that, it's beyond disrespectful. So again, it's just irresponsible people trying to push an agenda at the expense of brothers and babies being shot and sisters being killed. There's absolutely no shame in their game, man.
Man, and the sick thing about it, brother, the sick thing about it, brother Ishmael, is that these brothers would literally do a show, to try to send me a message and Ali's men a message to say that they gotta win. This is a sickness, man. This is a sickness, gotta be and must be eradicated. In this video right here, it's basically, and I'm not gonna play the video because they're gonna strike my page, but in this video right here, I'll play a bits a piece. But in this video right here, they act like they thumbing their nose to me, Ali's man, Moorish World TV, as if they gotta win when this had nothing to do with anything that they teach. They did 3 videos back to back, but now the truth, the truth comes. Let me show you how they denied the sister. In particular, your good brother, Cujo. Let me show you how he denied the sister. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and get it. Let me get this out the way real quick. Brother, you gotta watch your mouth on this show. Moors don't use foul. Matter of fact, I can let y'all see this. But brother, you got listen. I'm gonna prove it on Sunday. Why is it that you people always try and make an attempt to compare what Moors are doing and exercising their birthright as some European concept? No, brother, that's not what I'm saying. Watch this. Do some work, man. Let me have a place where I can come and learn about. Let me build a building where I can come and learn about that and sit on YouTube. If you're really Moorish American, it doesn't matter where your brother makes you sleep. The fact that you're with your brother. No, I can accept that too, fam. I got the clip I'm about to put right now, family. Here you go. Brother. And do this when it's convenient for your little show. Hey, brother. Right? When we told you to call into the show, you didn't call in. That ain't what I want, because I gotta search that too much, and I'm gonna get straight to it. Now, here's the clip.
And again, these people never ever once spoke out against these highwaymen. All they ever did was point the finger at the RVB publications. Well, the verdict's out now.
Now listen.
Now what?
When you listen to this, family, first he said the verdict is out. This is the video when he just put up. Listen to it.
And again, these people never ever once spoke out against these highwaymen. All they ever did was point the finger at the RVB publications. Well, the verdict's out now, punks.
Look, he claiming a victory.
What are you gonna say?
Now watch this.
Make a video about next.
Because she said she had a right to travel, King.
In honor of Korryn Gains. People saying because she asked for a delegation of authority order, she deserves to get murdered by these highwaymen.
Watch this. Nobody said that, but watch this.
One more time in her honor.
He's honoring her right there, but this is the old video on my show. Check what he said. Because she said she had a right to travel, King. That means that she's a Moor because she said that. Brother, you know a sister in Baltimore got killed for traveling, right?
We already dealt with that.
I
Get killed for no traveling.
What?
Get killed for no traveling.
What?
Get killed for no traveling.
What?
Get killed for no traveling.
He's saying she ain't get killed for no traveling. He's trying to separate himself. Check him out.
About how this coward killed her, murdered her, and these Moors with turbans and feathers are telling you that because she stood up for her constitution,
He just said,
Get killed for no traveling.
that because she stood up for her constitution, with
Get killed for no traveling. When they killed her.
brother, it was initiated from her traveling, as you call it. She was in her home. I'm from Baltimore. I know where she was at, but it was initiated from traveling.
because she's
Notice I'm arguing with him, going back and forth with him, trying to convince him that this stems from that traffic stop. He's telling me, no, she's not a Moor. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with RV Bay. Watch it.
stood up for her constitution,
What'd she get killed for?
because she stood up for her constitution.
Now he said because she sued them, and now this one she stood up for their constitution. And now don't get it twisted. There is no lawsuit before that. That was a rumor that something happened in the jail, and I don't know whatever happened with that rumor. But listen to this. Brother, it all started from her traveling. It started from her traveling. Brother, because that's how she got pulled over, brother.
If she has state plate, that means she's a driver. Why are you comparing her to
Brother, she didn't. He was so confused with this. He talking about if she got state plates, how can she be a traveler? He don't even know she ain't have no state plates. Have state plates. She had paper plates with something written on it.
What does that have to do with Moors?
Because she said she had a right to travel, King. So what does that have to do with Moors? And y'all gonna follow this? Huh? He gonna throw you right. You talking about an agent? Huh? This is gonna throw you under the bus. Because she said she had a right to travel, King. Who gives up? Brother, I didn't say that, brother. This is the philosophy that y'all guys teach, and this lady is dead. Her son won't see her. That's right. Watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth, clown, or I'm gonna hang up. That's what I'm saying. Check this out. I ain't gonna take the brother cussing like that, because Moors don't cuss like this.
Picture of you, also a delegation of, sure, and a delegation of authority. That is what authorizes.
And there you go. RV Bay, you ask for the delegation of authority to determine what they can and cannot do and exactly what their jurisdiction entails. Straight from the pages of RV Bay. That's what started this thing to roll out of control. Right there. Right there. And this is what they try to deny and pull themselves away from. But now today, they got pom-poms and acting as if they got to win. How low down is that? I'm telling you. And y'all gonna call who? Huh?
And the thing is, trying to claim a win when the family had lawyers representing them. These are the same group of people that are sitting there saying Akeisha Shabazz she works for the law. And Malik Zulu Shabazz, he's an attorney. He's a slave to the law. So here it is, the sister used the law and the family used lawyers in order to get some form of justice of what was taken from them. But these are the groups and the websites and the people that are anti-lawyers, but yet they're on their page trying to claim a win. Even that doesn't make any sense.
Don't make no sense whatsoever. And it's a sad day when we got people falling victim and people gonna ask me why I do what I do. Why I do what I do. Well, it's clear why I do what I do. I want to leave them alone. I would like to leave them alone. But you know what I'm saying? They keep on coming with these lies and acting as if it represents the Moorish Science Temple of America and the teachers of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, when it clearly don't. It clearly don't. There's nothing that they can bring to the table to show that it represents the teachers of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Not one iota of a concept in which they stand for. You know, could they produce? They will not be able to produce nothing. Matter of fact, I'm going to produce something right now. They talk about attorneys. Let's talk about attorneys. Let's do it. You want to talk about attorneys? Brother, let's do it. Let's do it. Now, I want somebody to test me on this. I got him, Ish. Ish, hold me back. I got him, Ish. I got him, Ish. They want to talk about attorneys. Now, we already know the Prophet had attorneys, right? Right? We already know that. So look, family, I'm not only did the Prophet have attorneys who they make up these names to try to or they for the barrister, they this, that, and the third. Okay, let me give you something else. I invite anybody to challenge me. Anybody when it comes to the teachers of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I mean that. I'd invite anybody to challenge me when it comes to the teacher of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because I feel as though that I know a little something because I didn't study a little something. Now, this is an article out of the Moorish Guide. This is an article out of the Moorish Guide, 1928. Your dear bro, T. Crumby Bay of Pittsburgh and Grand Governor, with much joy sends you greetings that he went to his trial in criminal court on the 4th day of September 1928, and the case lasted 2 days with the attorney, A. Martin, who was employed by the year to take care of the case of any case that comes before the temples in Pennsylvania. They got a retainer. You see that, Ish? The
yeah, that's case closed right there.
Retainer.
That's checkmate right there.
Come on, man. Don't make me dig in my bag, man. It says the case was vindication, and the governor, T.C. Bay, is free to go on with the mighty works of the Moorish Science Temple. The attorney, Albert Martin, he wasn't a Bay, he wasn't an L, his name was Albert Martin, did his bit in the defense of Mr. Bay and his co-worker, Sister M. Johnson Bay. The prosecution in the case is over, and the liars will have to find another lie. And that's what I say about them. They're going to have to find another lie. May our God Allah be upon the poor, foolish people of this city, because when they think they stand, they must heed lest they fall. Our God Allah did rule today and tomorrow. And I repeat, and the case lasted 2 days with the attorney, A. Martin, who is employed by the year to take care of any case that comes before the temples in Pennsylvania. Stop playing with me. Y'all don't know this more science like you think you know it. Y'all don't know this more science like you think you know it. You need to fall in line. You know what I mean? You need to fall in line. Brother, you talk about that before it was infiltrated. You the infiltrator. Because you outside ain't trying to uninfiltrate it. You the infiltrator. You outside talking about something that's infiltrated. If somebody come in your house, what you gonna stand outside in the yard talking about, man, they infiltrated my house. They broke in my house. And I'm looking at you like, brother, what you mean they broke in your house? Go in your house and get them out. Do you need my help? Y'all be tripping with that, man. It's over. It's 90 years later, and y'all still talk about infiltration. Ain't trying to join the temple and bring it back to the state in which the prophet found it. Come on, man. Stop playing.
Moorish Americans all throughout the history of the Moorish Science Temple have always had relationships with attorneys and with lawyers, and not having any issue working within the fabric of the law itself. as citizens of this country, you have a right to counsel. So if you can defend yourself, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing against that. That's your right as a citizen to defend yourself. However, also as a citizen, you do have that right in order to use an attorney. And anybody who's teaching you that you don't have that right, they're trying to trick you. And I'm telling you this right now. They're bragging on the cases that attorneys win. They're trying to claim it for themselves, but they didn't do anything to save that sister. They didn't do anything as far as participating in the legal process itself. And they're making more noise than the lawyers who won the damn case.
Indeed, indeed. And guess what? Brother Goldo Bay, I invite you on the show to bring any information that you think you have, that you think you can prove your point. I invite anybody on the show that think they can prove their point about some change in 1933 and 34. Bring all your information. I got mine, and I can show you that it does not affect the way that Moors supposed to move today. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said this is an everlasting movement, founded for the uplifting of Father humanity. I'm getting caught up, but this is an everlasting movement. So every move that was made is everlasting. You can't touch that. That European can't create something in 33 and 34 to throw that to the background. Are you serious? You don't believe in no prophet when you talk like that? You don't believe in Prophet Noble Drew Ali when you talk like that? You done gave the European more power than the prophet of God. You done lost your mind. Take that bay off your name. Return that fez back to law the way you got it from. You ain't really with that for real. You gonna tell me that a European that can create a law, the European can create something to rule or overrule a divine plan of the ages. Man, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Y'all people give Europeans too much power. That's why you in the state that you in today. Because you think the European got the power. You got the power. Stop playing. 1933. That was before 1933. You're still talking that 1933 stuff. Well, let me tell you something. Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a prophet true indeed. You don't think a prophet of God can foresee what people try to put in the way? Huh? You don't think the prophet of God can see what people try to put in the way? No, the problem is you don't want to follow the prophet of God. You want to follow these prophets for profit. That's what you want to do.
And that's the problem. They're stiff-necked and rebellious. Yeah, they're stiff-necked and rebellious, and they're not going to follow the instructions that were laid down by them. And they're going to fight it tooth and nail. And not only are they going to fight it tooth and nail, they want to drag as many people off the path as possible. So that's their mission. And that's why I don't really waste that much time with the back and forth upon them, because that's their job. Their job is to be trolls in life, not just trolls on a chat room. They're trolls in life, and their job is to drag as many people off the path as possible. So as long as we're busy and we're doing the things that we're supposed to do, they're going to do what they're supposed to do, and we're going to do what we're supposed to do. And I have absolutely no doubt about it that we're on the right path and we're going to be successful. No doubt in my mind.
Let me show you something, brother. This, I forget what year this was, right? This was a few years ago in Philadelphia. And this is on the show. Moorish Jurisprudence 4, The Truth About Civics. This was done by Brother Sharif Anil Bey. He's in the chat now. Honor to Brother Sharif. But during that presentation, you can go to my channel and check it out. The title is the same, Moorish Jurisprudence 4, The Truth About Civics. During that presentation, Brother Sharif made a statement. He said he's already aware that you should be aware that the word is going around. He's aware that the word going around, and everybody should be aware that the word is going around, that they got a shoot to kill order. That anybody who demonstrates these ideals that's consistent with the European sovereign citizen ideal, they have a right, a shoot to kill order. We're not saying if it's right or wrong. That's not the issue. We're saying that
Why would you call that the prophet's teaching? And why would you put a mark on your back? That might be the agent trying to get you to put a mark on your back. Why would you put a mark on your back and call it standing on law? That's insane. That's insane. Why all of these brothers and sisters that believe in that, why not all of them get together and go to the courthouse and they go to the courthouse and say, we want to know why these judges are on the bench. They're on our land. They don't have a delegation of authority. We want to see all you judges' delegation of authority. Why? Why they don't do that? The prophet talks about this organization. Why don't they organize and go to every courthouse and get them judges off them benches? Since they're not real anyway. The money ain't real. They take your money. Taj take your money for them seals that he put on that paper that he want to send you to Homeland Security. Taj wants you to send your paper to Homeland Security, and you got the nerve to call Tahaka Bay agent. I'm not telling you to send them to no Homeland Security. If I said that, you would definitely think I've been lost my mind. Taj Tariq told you to send your paper to Homeland Security.
That's insanity, man. That's absolutely insanity. Look, let's just make it clear. Don't be sending no paperwork to no damn Homeland Security. Okay? Let's just make sure that that's perfectly clear so the people understand to use some common sense. Do not be sending no paperwork to Homeland Security. They're adding your name onto files. And understand that. They already have things in place when things pop off. They have the 32,000 pastors in FEMA. So they have pastors all over America. They have by the thousands that will round you up, and you're feeding them information when you send in information to Homeland Security. So don't do that. I think it's 23,000 pastors in FEMA is what it is. They're on the payroll. So don't send no paperwork to Homeland Security.
And
also on the backside, when you get a chance to, I had the Castile information on there too on the backside when you get a chance. Go ahead, brother.
Indeed. I'm trying to find this demonstration where Brother Taj, he tells the people to send paper to Homeland Security, and I'm the agent. I will be the agent. That's the agent. He telling you to send. You telling Homeland Security, I'm not Negro, black, and colored. And y'all fall for this joke. Y'all fall for this, and y'all think I'm gonna lean up off of Taj? No, I ain't leaning up off of him. He could be 70 or 700. When he say the prophet teaches that, that's a problem. That's a problem. Now, if he say I teach it, he can have it. But when he wear affairs and he say the prophet Noble Drew Ali represents this paradigm, oh no, that's a problem. Now we got to get you gone with that one, good brother. We ain't playing with that one. We ain't gonna play with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know what's going on with that. You try to get me hemmed up. You gonna tell me send something to Homeland Security. And you know what's funny to me is, before I go to that, what's funny to me, brother, is that these brothers is funny to me, right? Most of these brothers, you hear them cuss like a sailor, right? You hear them without discipline. They talk like hustlers. They talk like street cats, if you will. And that's right. That's what they are, cats, little kitty cats. Anyway, I don't call no names. My bad. Stumble off. Anyway, you get my point. They talk like street guys. You know what I'm saying? They talk like all this, like they've been in the streets and all of this. But then they get hustled by a cabinet maker. They get hustled by a cabinet maker. And I'm not minimizing that because I do a little carpentry myself. You know what I mean? My hand's good too. But you get hustled. You get hustled by a cabinet maker. Come on, man. We got to stop this, man. We got to stop this issue. They're ridiculous. This man ain't making no more cabinets because y'all buying seals at $30 a pop. At $30 a pop. And then send it to Homeland Security. And then he come out to a traffic stop and then tell you, they pulling you over because of the Jesuits. What? A traffic stop? The Jesuits? They worried about the... And I'm crazy.
It's amazing, man. There's that one video where they be calling him his high grace, his grace.
Man,
like using Catholic terms and stuff. I'm like, man,
that's
people are looking for a savior, and you're your own savior, man. Save
right.
yourself, save your people, save your family. You're the savior. Stop trying to bestow titles of Messiah and all of these your grace upon another man. Like a real man doesn't do that on that level.
Hey,
This person is a flawed individual in teaching misinformation, and here it is. You're seeing him at the airport and calling him your grace. That's insanity, man. Y'all building these people into cult figures, man. That's insane.
you know what? I wouldn't even mind if they worship Taj. But the problem is when Taj said it has something to do with Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish Temple of America. That's my only problem. For real. Taj can be like David Koresh. I mean, I don't want the brother to pass for him, but any other body, Ruby Ridge or whatever the case may be, whatever. And people look up to him like that, like the guru of the Moors, whatever. But when he began to say that it's the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's teaching, yeah, like that's the Archbishop. That's the okay. He had a traffic stop talking about the Archbishop. He talking about the Archbishop. He talking about the Jesuits. He talking about call the sheriff. He gonna call the sheriff on the police because the sheriff worked for the Archbishop and the police they're just policy enforcers. So the sheriff is going to come and lock up the police. Are you serious?
Yeah, he's sitting there talking to the police. He's like, yeah, go call the Pope, and we're gonna get the Pope on the hotline and dial the Pope 911. The cop looked at him in the face and said, get on the curb over there.
And so this is my mission, man, is to try to get people to understand, first and foremost, that it's not Moorish science. It has nothing to do with Moorish science. It never had and never will have anything to do with Moorish science. And people need to know that. And I want to, like I said, I would prefer to leave it alone. But it seems to me that many people just haven't gotten enough understanding as to the difference. Because here we go again. These brothers throw up a video as if this video is going to validate their position. So here you go, brother. This is what you put up, my brother. Philando Castillo family. Yeah, we is.
No, yes, it is. Yes, that's the one. That we just wanted to point out that the settlements aren't Moorish motivated or Moorish rooted. These settlements are by unjust shootings. So the Garner family got a settlement. The Castillo family got settlements. You understand? So these people that are trying to, after the cases are already settled by the attorneys, these people trying to claim that they're getting victories on this, it has nothing to do with the stuff that they're claiming and they're trying to keep promoting. They're just trying to promote to make sure that you keep on buying those packages from them. These people are getting settlements based on what attorneys are doing, not anything that these people are doing. Not that they're trying to claim that they did anything for the Castillo family. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's normal procedures for families to go into civil litigation using attorneys, and the settlements are based on that, not on delegation of authority stuff.
Islam, brother. I get kind of worked up when I do these shows because it's a sad thing when the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and I'm going to share with y'all some of the things that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali did, if you will, family. I hope y'all stick with me for a minute. I want to share with y'all a few things. I'm going to bring out a few articles, right? That shows and prove what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was about. And I hope y'all stick with me for the next 20 minutes. I just want to show y'all truly what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was about, as opposed to what people portray the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the teachers to be about. First of all, family, when you look at the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's temple, which is the Moorish Temple of America, you will know that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was all about civics. The civics in which the Prophet Noble Drew Ali taught had nothing to do with what Taj is talking about. With all due respect, man, I laugh, I play, but with all due respect, it had nothing to do with Taj talks about. It had everything to do with, give me a second, I'm pulling it together. It had everything to do with being active and trying to change the conditions in which you live in, whether it be your neighborhood, whether it be your business practices, change the conditions that you live in, where you find yourself, if you will. So you look at some of these things, some of these ads, and the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was trying to get this thing jumping. When you look at the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, quote, elect Anderson, Louis B. Anderson, alderman. If you don't see these brothers participating in politics on this level, they might be playing some games. They might be trying to get your money. If they just talking about, I wrote a book, like Cujo say to me, where's your book? Where's your book? Well, brother, I'm busy working right now, and the book will be here. I'm a little bit off, a little bit late. I'm trying to walk the path that the prophet laid. I'm trying to find an alderman that is going to fight for our cause. And if we don't, we're going to get him out of office. I'm trying to attract 3,000 people so we can use that as leverage to say this is what we need. These 3,000 people can keep you in or get you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out when the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said delegates assemble from 15 states. I'm trying to figure out how all the Moorish delegates around the Moorish paradigm can come together one day, and we can begin to live this plan as laid out by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You know, when I look at these things like this, I'm looking at real-time stuff. Let me share a little bit more with you. I'm looking at real-time stuff. You know, when the Prophet began his tour, he begins his second tour. We'll visit all temples in America, Detroit, Newark, Philadelphia. I want to go to Detroit. I'm going this year. I'm going to see my brother Lostinell. I'm going to see my brother Fuquan Bey. I'm going to see all the Moors in Detroit. I want to go to Newark. I'm going to see the brothers that demonstrate the resurrection degree. I'm going to Philadelphia, see my brother A. Hopkins Bey. I want to go visit the temple. That's right. I want to do what the prophet did, and I'm not doing it on the level that the prophet did because I'm not the prophet, but I'm going because I need to see my people. Prophet on another nation worldwide tour. I want to go on a nationwide tour. You know what I mean? I want to do the things that the prophet did. You know, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more. But when I'm telling y'all this, family, it is bigger than what these Moors making it out to be. It is way bigger than what the Moors making out to be. Now I'm gonna give you something to take home with you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you something to take home with you. First of all, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the Moors back in the day, they were some industrious workers. Let me tell you, they was not doing the things that these Moors today brag about. You know, they definitely wasn't doing the things that these Moors brag about. And I'm going to share something with you right now. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to pull up something and just share a few things with you just to show that the Moors of that day was not doing the things of today that we brag about. Let me pull up a little something. And I showed this in my Facebook group the other day. I think just 2 days ago. And what I was sharing with people is simple things like this. Okay. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. I want to share like maybe two articles out of the Moorish Guide, if you will. So this is what we're doing in Baltimore. Watch this, Ish. Family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with you, Taharka. No problem.
Watch this, brother. Watch this, brother. This is what the Moors did back in the day, Moor. So these are two articles from the Moorish Guide. And I have the Moorish Guide. I just clip these out. You know what I mean? I can pull the whole guide up because I want somebody to say, oh, no. You see Moorish Guide on the top. Moorish School at Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Bluff is speedily progressing in every, I think there might be example, there might be a typo, to the front, under the supervision of Mr. Sutton Brown L. and a host of other faithful Moors. This school, I'm not saying that the Moors had a school, I'm showing you. This school of faithful Moors, as a host of faithful Moors, this school is only a few months old, but in the maturity of its work will be judged to be years old. The children show much aptitude in attendance, etc. Of course, the grammar grades are most stressed, and later on in the near future, they are expecting to add the high school department. If you're not working towards that, and you online bragging about a right to travel, and you online bragging about a delegation of authority, and you online bragging about standing on some law, you might be the agent. I'm on the ground trying to put this in effect and make it so good. I just called a brother named Sheik Brown L 2 weeks ago so he can give me the instructions from his wife to instruct a sister to how to start the homeschooling so we can metamorphose into a brick and mortar school. Sheik Charles Brown L can verify the conversation. Bam. If you ain't starting the school, you're bluffing. Find me an article in a Moorish guide where the Moors stood on law. I just did. The one where the brother had them lawyers on retainer. We're going to go to one more, and then we're going to get up out of here. I'm going to give you plenty of examples because I'm going to do a whole show about how the Moors used to move. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go again. Bro T. Crummy Bay will be in Youngstown, Ohio, Sunday to see the Moors. Bro H. That sounds like Crummy. Don't that sound like somebody we know? That's the brother that beat the charges. Oh, yeah, that's him. Where he going at now? Oh, he going to go to Youngstown. Where was he at? He was in Pennsylvania. I'm going to Youngstown. Y'all got some Moors in Youngstown. That's where I'm going. Check it out. I'm going to do what Crummy Bay did. Bro T. Crumby Bay will be in Youngstown, Ohio, Sunday to see the Moors. Bro H. Glover L is in charge of the temple there and is doing great work. Bro J. Crumby Bay, Grand Sheik of Temple Number 2, Charleston, Western Virginia. Oh, that might be a different Crumby Bay. I don't know, because that one said he was in Philly. But maybe Sharif can help you with that. But I'm going to read the ad anyway. Has reported good work of the temple, with many new members joining. Many of the sanctified saints. Look, they're using terms like our Christian brothers and sisters use. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Many of the sanctified saints have returned from their heaven in the sky and joined in with the Moors in that city, which means the ancestors have returned. They now believe that the heaven and the gold and silver is here. They believe now that they should have some of the gold and the good times here in this earth. They say that Jesus says the kingdom is at hand, not beyond the skies. The kingdom is at hand. It's right here, not beyond the skies. For the pale-skinned man has given them Jesus, and he, the pale-skinned man, holds the gold. Don't that sound familiar? Didn't that sound like a Malcolm X speech back in the day? Well, this was before Malcolm X. Yes, I'm going to say it again. For the pale-skinned man has given them Jesus, and he, the pale-skinned man, holds to the gold. So now, that all us be brothers and have some of the gold and greenback and nice home to live in and some industry. And let the ones of our race be the teachers of our children in the schools. Now, Moors, let us run this Muslim race with our divine principle, with Noble Drew Ali in the lead, and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice in our view. The Moors have come together and have raised enough money to start a grocery store. Where you at, Moors? Standing on law to start a grocery store. And they are working wonderfully to that end. Both brothers and sisters have formed the Moorish grocery store. T. Crumley Bay. I'm gonna leave it at that, family. And I'm going to give you some
more. Man. Teach hard, Ali. Teach hard, Tahaka.
On that, you ain't moving on nothing. And I'm going to tell you what it is. If you ain't moving on that, you ain't moving on nothing. And I got plenty more where that come from. So all of that standing on law, show me one article where they standing on law. Show me one article where they challenging a judge. Show me one article.
Huh? Huh? Show me one article. There's not one that exists. There's not one that exists. Show me one article that represents what Taj teach. Show me one article what any other Taj Tariq-ites teach that we can compare. I'm showing you what I'm doing. That's going to compare to what I'm doing. Show me one article. Go ahead, Ish.
None of that stuff existed before 1992, man. None of that stuff, man. You're not gonna find it. It's not in no old articles. It's an invention, a concoction that came into fruition in 1992. It didn't exist before then.
Shout out to my brother Sean Marshall from Florida. Shout out to my brother. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my brothers and sisters in the temple. Sister Dawn Wright L. I think my brother Asim, his wife Aaliyah is in there. You know, my point is this, family. When I show you, this is why I invite anybody on the show. I ain't even bring out the big guns. I ain't even bring out the big guns. These are the little pellet guns, the little slingshot. I ain't even bring out the big guns. I'm telling you, bring your people. Bring your people. Let's sit down and have a conversation, and I will show you. And I will show you what the prophet never did. All that stuff that people talking today on the internet, if they ain't moving on that, if they ain't moving on some digital money, if they ain't moving on some boots on the ground money, if they ain't moving on no politics, if they ain't moving on the things that we need for the next generation, man, miss me with that. Miss me with that. Y'all want to open the phone line. Bruce Words. Okay, here's the phone line. I mean, open the phone line for a few people. Ish. They might got something to say to us. Ish.
Yeah, the phone line will be very good. And I just wanted to make sure that the public, that they're clear that this is just a simple response to a message that was sent out to you and your listening audience and to your supporters. So it's just a simple response, you know, not that the brothers or the sisters involved, that they're evil people or that they have evil intent. They just are simply wrong. That approach they're taking is simply wrong. So I'm not here to throw any aspersions upon them and to say, you know, they have a hidden agenda. What I am going to say is they're absolutely wrong, and they're going about it absolutely wrong. And it would be very, very wise for them to simply pack up their bags and continue doing whatever they're doing silently. Cease and desist. But how about that? Cease and desist what you're doing and just simply go on about your business. Because we're here taking care of business on all the levels. And shout out to all the Moors out there that are doing it the right way. There's a overabundance of temples out there that have loving sisters and brothers and families out there. And it's a beautiful sight to be able to see them in so many various cities, in the temple and outside of the temple, just living good lives as Moorish Americans and providing for their families and providing for their communities. So definitely a shout out to them. Those are the people that we're here to serve, and those are the people that Moorish World TV represent. We're trying to make sure we're representing you properly, but there are some things that need to be addressed sometimes. And when warning shots do come this way, it gets addressed head on. So we're not trying to feed the beast. We're not trying to, let the parasites, feed off the body. We're not doing that. All we're trying to do is to address some things sometimes, but make sure that the overall goal of Moorish World TV is met with the vision of the founder, Taharka Bey, and we're here to support him in doing that.
True indeed, and I appreciate your support, brother, because you always just a phone call away. Some people say that, and you know me, we can't get it popping, but every time I call, we get it popping. I got the phone lines open. I will take any call that comes in. I ask you to be respectful. Remember, if you got children and you respect your children, you got a mother, you respect your mother. I ask you to conduct yourself on the line the same way you would if you respect your mother. I mean, around your mother or your children. And I hope if you're a Moorish American or a person of some sort of consciousness that you have some sort of respect for your elders and your children and something like that. So definitely be respectful. I just disagree with you. I don't hate you. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate a Taj Tariq. You just heard me say, I don't want to be David Koresh. You know what I mean? I don't hate Taj Tariq. I don't hate any of the Moors. I just don't. I can't work with the ideal that that Moors have as it relates to.
Press 1 to send a voicemail. Press.
Islam, are you there, brother? Sister. Islam, give me 1 second. Let me sit you by the speaker so the people can hear you.
All right, brother. Islam, talk to me. Tell the people who you are, where you from, and what you want to talk about, bro. We're going to take 15 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes, take some calls, and you first up. Go ahead, my brother.
Oh, how you doing? My name is Root Words, really Dre, but I'm from Ohio, and first I got involved in the movement through the MSTA Moors. They gave me so much light that it's like it can't be turned off. Then I've looked at Taj, so I got to study of both fields, and it's a confusion right here, though, just on the, you know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering, though, like, whereas, like, I know Taj is not a part of the MSTA, so I understand. That's why, like I respect Taj Tariq-ites, but it's just weird that I'm scared to be around some, not scared like a coward, but y'all like I'm from the hood, so I know real people from their hoods, and y'all the real Moors, so it's like weirdness that I can't say I'm a real Moor just cause, you know what I'm saying, I don't stand under the MSTA banner, but I'll defend it. You know what I'm saying, though? And you said that there's a paradigm, though, that's bigger than just the MSTA.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is my concept, brother. My concept is this. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali was known to have, he makes the statement in Chicago, 1928, if I'm not mistaken, that we have 3,000 Moors to move. He said, matter of fact, he used the term Muslims. He said we have 3,000 Muslims to move in one direction at the coming election. We have our people that we're going to vote for, and on my command, they will move. You know what I'm saying? And the candidates know about this plan. Now we read all of that, we say, wow, that's some great stuff. Well, I'll listen to the detail. We can't find a temple roster where there was 3,000 people. So what does that tell me? That tells me that everybody may not join the temple. However, everybody can benefit from the efforts from the temple if they show their support and get behind the ideal as expressed by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You follow what I'm saying?
I mean, but I'm scared sometimes, like, not like say, I'm talking to a man, though, like if I was in somebody's hood, I'd be scared to say, well, I'm a Crip and be in the Crip's hood. So I'll be representing the Moorish paradigm, and all nations have a church. All nations have a structure where they get blessed at and a prophet. And Noble Drew Ali is my prophet, and the MSTA is my church. Now, there's a law side of it that everybody's going to argue on.
But check this out, though. Root words. Check this out, though, brother. That's a European concept. To try to separate.
See, that's why I don't want to set no.
Listen,
just like,
now, this is what I'm saying. Just hear me out real quick. To separate God, your creator, from all that you do, i.e., church and state, that's a European concept. Within the villages of Africa, or within the village of the natives here in America or anywhere, their politics was consistent with their culture, as well as their religious or spiritual system. It all was one. Europeans came with that separation stuff. So when you say, I'm standing on law, but the temple is my church, no, that ain't our people. Our people always united the line between divinity and matter. Our people always had a consistency as it relates to tradition. Tradition and our rituals was symbolic to our political structure, and our spiritual system was consistent with all. That's a European concept. But the thing is, brother, it's not your fault. Let me tell you this. Many people in the temple have treated the temple as, like you said, a church. So there's no wonder that you said the temple is like my church. Nah, that's not how it's supposed to be. You follow me?
I honor my church, though. Like all my grandparents, like they died in their church. They died like representing what they. I believe in that. I hope that don't sound wrong. I believe in that church. If it wasn't through my fault, I believe in that movement. I believe in that MSTA. I believe in the greatness of it.
But do you understand?
I'm saying it wrong.
But do you understand that some parts are missing, and that's why people are filling in the blanks with the misinformation?
Isn't that true law? Now, this is the question I'm asking because I'm on the outside looking in.
Yes, sir. Come on, brother.
Most people argue over the law part of it, like all nations do.
Say it again.
That, like, isn't that where a lot of the so-called, like, I call myself like a Taj Tariq-ite,
right?
It's really over the law, just over the law part of it, like all nations have disputes and arguments over. Because you said Taj is a good guy, and Taj said MSTA is the shit. So isn't it more of a law thing?
Let me ask you a question. What have you benefited from the law? As you described this, a law thing. What have you benefited from?
I got my upliftment and the courage.
Huh?
I start reading and got like a lot of LLCs, and I'm on that movement. But the MSTA taught me. The MSTA taught me I wasn't black. Just that right there.
What I'm saying is, you said Taj is the part where you get your law and all that. I'm asking you, how did you benefit from exacting or expressing the teachings of Taj, and what benefits have it been for you?
Okay, I'm gonna say, give me 30 seconds. I'm not saying it's from Taj. I'm just saying it's from my opinion on the outside looking in. It's from the national or civil side of the MS. Because they said it's like the church and the state is together. So I can't say it's Taj. I can say it's law that he taught me to change my name. He taught me to get like LLCs. He taught me like to get into law. And the MSTA is great. I just like, wow, man. It's like, I understand that it's an argument over law, but that's what I want to know though. So hold on, to answer your question. I can't say it's just to Taj though. It's to all y'all, man.
Yeah, I get that. I get what you're saying. But let me tell you something. The difference is this, brother. When Taj is teaching law and try to say Prophet Noble Drew Ali say enforce the Constitution just to validate his point, that's an error. Because what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was talking about had nothing to do with what Taj was talking about. Nothing to do. Completely nothing to do. I can go right to the statement. If you want to see it, I can take time and find the statement where the Prophet Noble Drew Ali says enforce the law. It has nothing to do with Taj is talking about. He say enforce the law, and then he go to Black Law's Dictionary. And in the context in which the Prophet said that, he never, ever would agree with what Taj talking about. Never.
I can't get in that. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I haven't got the L base, so I can't really argue with you on that one, brother.
So the point that I'm making is that most people need to get with people who do follow the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali in the 21st century. Not get caught up in them old beefs from back in the day. The first thing somebody said, the temple is infiltrated. What are you talking about? If your house was infiltrated, you'll throw them out there. You'll throw them out. So you're on the outside talking about his infiltrate. Most people just don't want to get that work, brother. So what we doing here in the virtual Moor side tip of America, Baltimore, Maryland, temple number 22, we're going to put our money together. We're going to get that grocery store. Our 3-year plan, we're going to get this politics on our side, or we're going to get them out. Or we're going to put our own politician in. We're going to send our babies to be taught by us. That's what we're doing. You know what I mean? All of the other stuff, internet talk, YouTube talk, Taj standing on law stuff, brother, that stuff has gotten our people nowhere. And going back and forth like this, all it does is open people's mind to see that stuff will never get us anywhere. But brother, in closing, go ahead, brother, you take it and close it out. What now on your show the other day, my brother?
Oh yeah, you taught me I'm a spark. We the spark of life, man. I use that in my saying, bro. That's the quote that I will never forget.
Hey, brother, and I want you to keep doing what you.
They taught me that we're a reflection of West Africa too. We both reflect each other. I done learned a lot from the MSTA, so it's just embarrassing that. But anyway, forget about Taj and everything. I just think there's a bigger cause out here that are attacking y'all, man. There's a lot of groups out here attacking y'all, MSTA Moors and the Moors.
Where they at? Point them out. Point them out.
Man, y'all too humble. Y'all too humble to be.
Point them out.
Warriors.
Point them out. Who?
It's the Aboriginals and the Black movements, man. They are dogging y'all, man. Everybody think that y'all are just the evilest people in the world.
Where they at? Point them out.
I think you're a little behind times, brother. We're ready to conquer that territory. We done, we done, I mean,
I think you
we done
watching
faced
a little
off
bit
with
more videos because I
yeah.
haven't seen nobody come at. Show me a video anywhere, brother. I deal with it off the break. I deal with
Shane TV. Shane TV yesterday was called. I mean, you can just look on there. Shane TV, Aboriginal one. Black Conscious Community Fraud.
Let me tell you something, brother. If people not really paying attention to them, and it's not really influencing our people, and they just making conversation to draw me in, I'm not even going to go and even bother them, because then I'll begin to give them credit, or I begin to validate them. So I'm not going to validate them if they just talking heads. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that. But you know, if they making some noise and it seem to make some sense, but it's misguided information, I address it. You know, like a SETI, I address SETI quick. You know what I'm saying? My brother, we cool now, Sinetta, I address him quick. Had no problem with it, brother. Polite, quick.
I think Dan Calloway and like Dark Man X in the address because they slammed y'all through the mud.
Well, these guys, you got to understand that these guys are in it. They in it for the money too, but these brothers ain't gonna answer up. They make pre-recorded videos and nobody can talk to. I watch these guys, man.
I'm trying to figure out what would be a person's position on that. We already acknowledge that there is an indigenous element to us as Moorish Americans, and we've proven that, and we've already done shows on that. So what is it that they would differ with Moors when we've already addressed that particular approach, brother? What is their beef that they would have with that?
Because y'all information is awesome, man. Y'all have like, even though I know sometimes I'll be on the chat, man, if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't know where my head would be.
But brother, let me say this, Root Words. Let me say this and get up out of here, brother. I appreciate your show. I will endorse your show. I like your show. I know you go hard. I tell you, don't change, brother. You wake up in the morning with that coffee and go. I be on my way. I drop my son off to school and I be on my way to do some work. And you be going in, brother. I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. I ain't gonna go hard like you do, but I think it's all necessary, brother, because you be talking with a lot of common sense, brother. So keep that spark of life rolling. Islam?
Wow. Islam, brother.
Islam. Peace and love, my brother.
Wow. Thank you, man.
Now, definitely peace and blessings to the brother, man. Definitely.
That brother is very respectful, and I tuned into his show one morning, and man, he had me cracking up, man. I mean, he was just going in, and we need brothers like that. They just keep it raw, and excuse the expression, but they keep it raw and funky. Yeah, they keep it raw and funky.
Right.
He's not claiming either side. You know what I'm saying? He just giving his perception and he moving on with it. So, family, if anybody else want to call in, you call in real quick. You have a question for Ishmael Bey. It ain't got to be on this topic. It can be on any topic. You can have a question for me, as long as you keep it respectful. I'm going to keep it for 2 minutes, and then we're going to get up out of here. Man, shout out to T-Duck, man. That's my guy. T-Duck, how you doing, good brother? Shout out to my brother M. Woods. I'll be in Philly soon, brother. I don't know how soon, but I'll be in there soon, brother. We got some things in the working with the Grand Sheik. He's going to be here working with me this summer, right before the summer. We got some big plans. Also, shout out to Amy Evans from Annapolis, Maryland. That's where I come from. I mean, that's right outside of Baltimore. That's right. I was a young whippersnapper, see? See, back in the day, I was a young whippersnapper, right? Anyway, shout out to Carl Victorian Estate. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? I hope that's Victorian Estate. Bro, what type of Victorian Estate you got? I mean, Bilal, Islam. That's right. Tell them read the Quran. That's right. I'm gonna shout out to all my people. See if we get a call, man. Marshall L, that's my good brother. Love Nelson, always in the building. Shout out to Folk the L. Man, Folk the L is going to be the next. Oh, my goodness. Right up there in North Carolina, man. I'm telling y'all, better watch out. He coming through. In North Carolina. That's right. D. Miller Hill. Shout out, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through.
I'm probably gonna have a doozy coming this Sunday. I think I'm gonna have a doozy coming this Sunday. I want y'all to be there. I'm trying to put it together. It's gonna be another good interview. If I can get it, if I can kick it off, it's gonna be another good interview coming this Sunday, and I don't think you want to miss it. I think that interview went good. Honors to my brother Rashadiel for participating, allowing me to interview, allowing me to pull back the curtain, if you will, and hear his story, hear his position, and all praise be to Allah for him being himself, you know. And I think it was a definite treat. I want to bring him back, I'll tell you. And I'm also going to set up the sisters demonstration real soon. After this week, I'll probably make some calls and set that up to bring the sisters on. We got some things to do. We're going to bring the sisters of Temple number 11 in the building. Philadelphia. We're going to bring the sisters from Temple number 22, the Noble Temple. The Noble Temple, where I be the Grand Sheik. We're going to bring them sisters in. We're going to bring the sisters in from Rashadiel. I hope we can bring some sisters in from Braswell Bay. You know what I mean? I hope we can bring some sisters in from my brother, Kenyu Bay. We gonna get this thing right. Let's go. Cause I don't know.
They just slow-mo.
Chill. Huh?
They just slow-mo.
Peace and love, family.
They just slow-mo.
See, I be coming at these Moors, and it's very simple. Why I be coming at these Moors? Because I don't consider these functional Moorish American Muslims.
That's
the relation to the teachers of the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Hold up.
I'm the Moorish side self.
Just some lanes from a boss.
Hold up, man. I want this something out.
Let me just something out. You all out of order. I ain't taking nada. Nothing from.
I'm gonna end it on a good note. I'm gonna end it on a good note. I ain't giving them no props. You hear what I say, Ish? I'm gonna end it
yes, sir.
I'm gonna end it on the love vibe. All right? Let's end it on the love vibe. Shout out to the family. Let's go. What you think about this one, Ish? This the one, Ish?
It hurts to be known.
Hey! Let's go. Let's go. Oh! I need to belong to someone.
Where you at, my queen? Don't make me chase you. If I get you with my arms, then my heart can escape you. See, I'm a more king, so don't fight with me. I want to speak to your heart, from my heart, you better alarm me. Just for secret dresses, but I prefer dresses. Tearing out the burn your head and make dresses. Yeah, you love the BS. I want to feed your lessons. I want to travel with your mind back to the essence. What things are made of thought, and we can manifest that. But first you must attack that black. That's better kept that. But now we won't trust that. Let's move to perfection. Let me be your angel when I be your protection. I just want to take you. Queen, let me take you. Sister, let me take you. Sister, let me take you. Queen, let me take you. I just want to take you from black and Moorish. Let's go. Sister, let me take you from black and Moorish. Queen, let me take you from black and Moorish. Sister, let me take you from black and Moorish. Sister, let me take you from black and Moorish. Allah knew they can't compare, no matter how many blood press friends force to take care. All the skipping garments is garbage to a Moorish man. Just an illusion, ain't no confusion. I'm your man, custom made by Allah just for you. Can't wait to meet the babies, is the best you do. When I'm next to you, looking wrong, come alive. Duty of a husband, verse 4 and 5. Let's climb the 12-step ladder and strive to the pinnacle of wisdom. Allah is God. This was only popping over Drew Ali. Get out the heat and sit for me under the big tree. Let's talk about the soul of man and perfection. Let me be your angel when I be your protection. I just want to take you. Sister, let me take you. Queen, let me take you from black and Moors.
Hey!
I just want to take you from black and Moorish.
Hey! What's up, baby? Let's go!
Take you from black and Moorish.
That's right.
Queen, let me take you from black and Moorish. Let's jump in the ride and drop the top. Let the tassel fly. I'm the main fly. Break fast at the beat.
and Utah. Break down the science of prayer, and Utah. Jump in the ride and drive the top. Let the tassel fly, let the make it fly. Break past at the biggest spot, and Utah. Break down the science of prayer, and Utah. Break down the science of prayer, and Utah. Break down the science of prayer, and Utah. Donation of God's fly, the make it fly. Break past at the biggest spot, and Utah. Break down the science of prayer, and Utah. Break down the science of prayer.